There you are. Good evening, Boozeketeers. It's Tuesday night. We all know what that means. Cocktails with Tiki King. Here we are. We're here. So I'm not going to say where we are yet. I'm not going to actually, I'm not going to tell you yet. I'm not going to tell you because there's a whole story. There's a whole thing that that goes along with where we are tonight. And then it actually gets, it's, I don't know if it's interesting, but it's interesting to me. What happens after that? So tonight was supposed to be the first installment of Proper Cocktails in Improper Places. And we had a whole thing devised, which would have been not only entertaining, but would have provided me with a lot of booze, which is always good. But that didn't actually work out because it's raining. And our improper location was outdoors. And I still could have done it, but it would have watered down my drink, and everyone knows that that's probably not a good idea. So then second choice, which turned out to not be available, is so I was trying to figure out places here. I'm in Utah, by the way. I'm in Salt Lake City, where the air is filled with oxygen, and that's a lie. There's hardly any. This is the place where we come and we gasp for breath like a cod thrown onto a hot concrete statue of Winston Churchill. Yeah, so this is we're in the state where the air is little. But strangely enough, contrary to popular belief, there are many places where a thirsty individual can find the proper libations to wet their whistle. Here in the driest state in the is it the driest state in the union? I don't know. It's one of those places where it's notorious. People say, "Oh, Utah, yeah, you can't get any booze there," but you can. You just gotta know where to look. But so earlier I was looking for booze, and I found some, and that was one of the problems with getting ready is that I found a handle of cheap whiskey, and I drank a lot of it whilst looking on Facebook. So another choice is I thought, okay, well, what sort of tiki things, what sort of cocktail things are there to do here in Utah? And one of the most famous is Bert's Tiki Lounge, which is here in Salt Lake City. But it's gone, so don't go there. And besides, even if you went, it was a tiki bar at one time, but apparently then it was just a punk rock bar. I heard it was good. The punk rock aspect I've heard was top notch it was as good as far as being really not very good goes. It was the place. If you wanted the authentic dive bar experience, Bert's was your place, but no more. Now that's pretty much, if you're looking for urine in a doorway, I think that's about what you get now if you go to Bert's Tiki Lounge. So it's gone. Sad to say. But so one of the things, which brings me to my next thing. So I thought, well, where else can I get a good tropical cocktail here in Utah? And so I turned to what I usually turn to, which is a website called Critiki, which is Critiki, Critiki, like critic and tiki put together, because I wanted to see maybe there's some hidden gem that I just didn't know about here in Utah. Oh, look at that! Fantastic. Alrighty.
Tropical Mai Tai for you. And your appetizers will be right up. Here's a straw.
Alrighty, thank you.
You're welcome.
Look at that. This is the Screaming Red Zombie. Oh wait, look at this. Mai Tai. It's an island Mai Tai, and it's served in a tiki mug. So I'm gonna get to that. Where was I? I was somewhere. I was here. Oh, so Critiki. I should actually. I've been waiting a long time for this. That's a drink. So I turned to Critiki. Digressing. I'm gonna back up a little. So went to Critiki and looked up tiki stuff here in Utah, and there's surprisingly a fairly rich tiki tropical drink history in Utah. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? There is. I did find out today that there was actually once a whole Hawaiian village, or a village of Pacific Islanders that came and lived here for a while, and then some went home and some didn't. But there's no tiki bars there. That's not a thing. That's just a digress. I digressed again. I moved slightly sideways. Whoa! Holy moly! There's a tower of onion rings showing up. Thank you. See if I can. That's just a dip. Let's see if I can get. Oh, it's still going. I don't know if I can actually. I can actually get the tower of onion rings. There you go.
All right. Let me know if you need anything else.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So where was I? Oh, so yeah, Utah, strangely enough, has a fairly rich Polynesian history. There's actually been tiki bars that have come and gone. Places there's some fairly collectible tiki mugs that came from establishments around here. But sadly, they're all gone. There's not really much in the way of tiki bar goodness in the area. However, so we should I'm going to probably keep that in the picture so you guys can enjoy it vicariously. And a little swirly thing, that's nice. So went to Kritiki, tried to find a tiki bar, and came up with nothing. But so then we were gonna go to so we shifted gears entirely, and I was gonna go to either an Irish bar or a Scottish bar, or a hybrid, which is a Scottish bar that's basically an Irish bar, and then possibly try and coerce them into making a very obscure drink from 1888 called the Irish cocktail, which involves absinthe, which is always good. This is going to be the convoluted episode of interwoven madness. So we'll get back to absinthe in a minute. So we decided to go. We were going to go to the Piper Down, which is a very fine bar in the Wicked Tinkers. We played there on St. Patrick's Day. We had a fantastic time. Sometimes after the games, we'd go there and whoop it up and get fed lots of Jameson, and it's a fantastic thing. And I thought, okay, we'll see if we can get this bizarre Irish cocktail made with the absinthe and the whatnot. But then as we were driving, I did a search for tropical cocktails. Instead, just because why not? And it turns out there was actually quite a few different places offering tropical cocktails, and one which I wouldn't have thought of before, which then brought it was the rug that tied the room together in this whole thought process, was it said Red Robin had tropical cocktails, and I thought, I don't know that the last time I went to a Red Robin to get a tropical cocktail, it was because they were advertising that they served it in a souvenir tiki mug, and I was very excited about that. And then we got there, and it turned out that they were all out of tiki mugs. And I said, well, not to be daunted, I said, well, give me a Mai Tai anyway. And then it turned out they were out of Mai Tai stuff. So I didn't actually get to have the cocktail. So that one just had to sit for a while. But anyway, I thought, wait a minute. Tropical cocktails, let me look it up. Turns out they have a few on the menu. I'll be honest, it's got tropical stuff in it. I wouldn't say that this is the best zombie I've ever had, but I would definitely say it's serviceable. It's got booze. It has two different, or that one. Which one has one of them? One of them. Here's the thing: the Mai Tai has two different dark rum floats. And I kind of, I gotta say, that's all right with me. Two rums, better than one. It's like two. But, so that brought me to tonight's theme, which is that sometimes you can get your tropical drink fix in places that you don't really expect. And sometimes, most of us, people like me, you look for a tiki bar because you're thinking, tiki bar, that's what you need. But But you don't always have to have a tiki bar to get a tropical drink. And so we came here to see if it was worth coming here to get one. And I will say, like I said, you know, if you're out and about and you're looking for something, I've had worse. Definitely had worse. This has a little bit of it's sweet and sour mix, but it tastes kind of like sweet tarts. But that's, I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to drink more than 4 of these. That's the thing. So there you go. So once again, so Critiki, like I said, check it out. It's by no means the end all be all exhaustive research source. Research. Yeah, there's no research whatsoever. That's the handle of cheap whiskey talking. It's a good database of places that are, you know, of tiki interest. And go on there. And here's the thing. Here's something that I would suggest, and I'm sure Humu who runs the site would agree with me. If you, whoever you are, and wherever you are, and whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because what you're doing is watching me. So don't stop yet. But after I'm gone and you're all sad and lonely, and you don't want to sober up yet, what I say is get onto Critiki and look in your neighborhood, and 1, see if there's a tiki bar near you that you didn't know about. 2, if there is a tiki bar in your neighborhood, suggest it. Send them a letter and say, hey, I think they have a submit button on there. But tell them about it. If you have a place in your neighborhood that serves fine tropical cocktails, it doesn't have to be chock full of tiki, like, you know, it doesn't have to be crazy. There can be, like, it just has to have a good theme. But if it's a good tropical drink place and it has a little bit of tiki to it, suggest it. Tell Critiki about it, because the more places like that on there, the more fun we can all have. And that's the thing, is that this is all about us doing things for ourselves, because we're selfish that way when it comes to drinking. Not true. No. But this is weird because it's backwards. But what I'm getting at is that when you're out and about, you know, sometimes you have to trust what's out there, and you can look up. That's the other thing. So I'm looking up the tropical cocktails, and there was a whole bunch of places that had a whole bunch of drinks that were, I don't know, I would say maybe neo-hipster tropical drinks that were made with so many weird ingredients that they barely qualified as any sort of tropical anything. You know, it was like grapefruit seed extract bitters, and, like, you know, mixed with vodka and bay leaves. I don't know, but they called them cocktails, but they were just weird drinks that people were trying to impress each other with the convolutedness of the whole thing. So, so finding good drinks, finding good cocktails is up to all of us. And if we can all band together, then we'll all be, maybe I'll come to a place, maybe I'll look on the internet and see a place and come there, and maybe you'll be there, which brings us around to, here's the funny thing. So I gotta just real quick, I'm gonna show you where we are. So I told you we're at the Red Robin. You'll notice that there's no one else in here, and it's not because it's not that there's no one else in here. It's just that they put us all the way in the very back room, because at first I told them that we were troublemakers, and that we should probably have some place that was sort of off the grid. Yes?
Everything tastes fine.
So far, so good. Yeah, we'll probably need to...
Water.
Yeah, some water.
Waters?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going to say more drinks, but we'll be doing that in a minute. So I said, can we get someplace out of the way, because we're kind of troublemakers and we don't want to offend the general population. And they were like, I don't know, well, and I said, so I, you know, very nonchalantly slipped the guy a tiki, and I said, My name's Tiki King. I do a live stream every Tuesday night. And he goes, I follow you. Fantastic. Wait, let me see what I can do. So they put, so now we're here in this private room. Sometimes I can mention my own name and they'll sequester me. Even I don't live that, you know. That's the thing. Sometimes like, oh, you're Tiki King. We should probably put you where no one else is. It's probably a smart move on their part. But here's the thing. I didn't know. I came here because I thought, why not? Check it out. We'll give it a try. See what happens. And who knows? You never know where you're going to run into a Boozeketeer. You don't. And that's the thing. And the more of us there are, like being in places, which isn't all that hard to do, I guess. Beer pretzels, pretty good. The more of us that there are out here doing these things, the more chances that we can all do them together, like I said. Oh, if you're watching the show, share. Hit that share. There's no share button. Yes, sir. Wait, is there? I don't know. I can't see. I mean, I can see, but I don't know what it looks like when I'm watching me. When you're watching me talk to myself. So this is the Mai Tai that has the different floats. Out of this lovely two-faced. Wait, that's one face. We'll turn around here. Two faces. Happy face, the sad face. And then I think when it's empty, you get to see this one. Yeah. All the rum sank to the bottom. I should have just sucked that down quick. And told him there wasn't any in there. Got a refund. So that was a little sweeter. So we talked about this in the surprising Turk episode. You should go watch after this. Watch that one to remind yourself of what you've forgotten. Because if you did it right, like me, you rarely remember any of this happening. But so the surprising Turk episode. We made Mai Tais, and we talked about all the different kinds of Mai Tais that there are. And they range all the way from the Trader Vic's 1944 recipe Mai Tai, which is mostly just booze, all the way up to, like, if you go to Hawaii and you order a Mai Tai, what you're going to get is mostly, it's like pineapple and grenadine and some rum. It's called the Island Style Mai Tai. There's as many Mai Tais as there are restaurants that serve Mai Tais. And in fact, we were in last weekend, Tiki Oasis. We were at the Bali High, and they have what they say it's the strongest Mai Tai you'll ever drink, and it was strong. I will not deny it. It was like rum. It's like a glass filled with rum with a squeeze of pineapple juice. That was pretty much what it tasted like, and it did the job. If the job was, it did it. I don't know what the job was. If I hold this just right, I have a clown nose. Hello, kids. I should have brought a Boozeketeer button. Could have given it to the guy. And instead, all he got was one of my tikis, which is worth more money on eBay. But like I said, that's a fantastic thing. Running into a Boozeketeer out here at a Red Robin in Utah that we didn't even intend to go to. I don't know. I'm amused by that. It's a fantastic thing. Because you never know. No one knows where it's almost like it's like Fight Club. It's like Drink Club. First rule of Drink Club: drink. So how you guys doing, you Boozeketeers? All of you. Bring them on camera. They have their identities have to remain secret because their jobs could be at stake if they reveal cavorting with us. If they cavort with us on camera, it could be detrimental. It's hard to say. Yeah. But so yeah. Oh, so Boozeketeer. So we started the new thing a couple episodes back, where you can get a Boozeketeers button by sending self-addressed a self-addressed strapped antelope to Tiki King at P.O. Box 345, Felton, California. I think we're gonna need one more the zombies.
One more zombie?
Yeah.
You really like this one?
Probably.
That's one of my favorites too. Have you tried the sand in your shorts?
I did once. It took me like 3 showers to get rid of it. That's the thing. What is it? Do you recommend it?
I do enjoy that one, but
Yeah.
teach their own. The zombie's probably my favorite on our
What's the
menu.
strongest thing you make?
Probably this one.
The zombie?
This or a Long Island.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go with another zombie.
Another zombie?
Why not?
All right.
There you go. You can always get advice from your server. She advised that I get sand in my shorts. I don't know. What was I talking about? I was talking about Boozeketeers buttons. Booze. So I happen to know how many of you have them and how many of you don't, and I'm not going to name names because they already have them. You know who you are. So you can send things to me via the mail, or you can run into me out on the wild. We should have had a Utah Boozeketeer party in your private room. We should have. Where have you been? If I'd have known that this was going to happen, you people would have been the first to know. You wouldn't. You would have been the second to know, because I would have known first. And then producer Maggie would have known, probably. Actually, she may have known before me. So you would be the third. Trust me, if I wanted you around, you'd be the third people to know. Bunch of miscreants. If I could come into a room filled with you miscreants and be the last one to know, I'd be pleased. If I could just walk into some place that I wasn't expecting to see you and saw you, I might hide at first, because I'd be, I'd squeal. Like that. But I think it could be a good idea. Oh, I just realized. So, in the past, I could never see the things that came up on the screen, and now I'm seeing the things that come up on the screen, and I was misinterpreting something because there are people who are there's. Never mind. It's boring. Why'd I even bring it up? No, apparently, I don't know how that would work. I shouldn't have even said anything. I should not talk about stuff. And Maggie's saying you should have stopped talking at like 8 o'clock. I should go back and erase this show. I need to go back to the time travel episode. Come forward. Go back. I'm going to have to go back and leave a note so when I come back to that episode, I can come forward and erase this episode. Because I'm apparently saying I'm transgressing the unwritten law. There's that clown nose again. They have neat little swirly thingies on here. There you go. Cocktails at a Red Robin. Who'd have thought it? But so there you go, You're right. I should have come in here and found this place filled with you Boozeketeers. I should find Boozeketeers everywhere I go. Oh, go on, man. That's true. I should, but I don't. And I think that means that I need to get out more. And I think that maybe one of the problems I don't see enough Boozeketeers is because they don't invite me to their houses so that I can stream this nonsense from their living rooms or their bars. Let's talk about this a million times. Invite me to your house, and I will not only sleep on your couch and eat your food, but we can live stream from your very location. We could booze it up on your couch, in your kitchen, back porch, roof. Okay, so the first person who invites us over to their house to drink booze on their roof gets a prize. To have the manager come over and make sure that. I'm not sure if he was checking on us. He might have been. He didn't trust us. That's the thing, is that the Boozeketeer, our host, he was right on. He trusted us, but then the other people, They don't know what to make of us. They thought it was weird, and it is. We're all weird. So, but back to that. Yeah, so if you have a roof that will support my great girth and a glass that you don't mind me throwing off onto the ground below, then let me know. Tiki King at tikiking.com. Let me know where we should go and what we're going to drink. And we may do cocktails with Tiki King from your very house, roof, yard, basement. You tell me. We'll do it. We'll do it up. But it does require a certain amount of forethought. So, just because we've got to drive places and get there and do it and schedule it, because I'm a busy guy. I got important things to do. I got to, drink booze and eat pretzels and stuff. But so let me know. Tiki King at tikiking.com. Send me a suggestion. We are going to have to do so weirdness abounds. Weird things happen. So episode 30, which one? Episode 33? One of them. So as you know, so those of you, the Super Sleuth Boozeketeers, which you guys get the shoulder patch that has the magnifying glass looking at a martini. Super Sleuth Boozeketeers will remember that some of the episodes went missing. Where'd they go? Nobody knows. They were on Facebook, and then they were gone. Gone. We don't know where they went. And I put a team of experts on it, and they all said, yeah, they're not there. Which, I'm not sure why I paid them, because I already knew that part. But, so they were gone. They were gone. Where'd they go? No one knew. So we went back through and did some forensic recovering through multiple sources, and went to a couple of secret server rooms in the Xfinity building, and we were able to recover one of them, but not all of them. So there was some missing. But here's the weird thing. So the other day, scrolling through the videos, and one came back. So Live from Matt's Bar came back. So that one is there. There you go. More drinks arrived.
How'd you like my pie?
That's. I'm liking it as we speak.
All right.
Thank
Anything
you.
else I can get for you?
I don't think we're okay for now. So Live from Matt's Bar reappeared out of the blue, out of the ethers, like the Sunday rain. But the bilge did not. The bilge is gone. So far, it has not been recovered. It hasn't come back. So we may have to redo that. We may have to do another live stream from the bilge before, I guess, before we can. So we're going to have to, Kurt says, damn. I don't know if he means that we're going to do damn, meaning that he doesn't want to do it again, or that it disappeared. It's hard to say. So we're going to do another one from the bilge, which is a good example of a home location where we can have ourselves a good time. So I would tell you to go watch that episode and see what sort of thing that you could do, but you can't. So don't bother. My time. Zombie. I'm mixing up my drinks. I already tore open a straw at one time. They gave me more straws than I needed, I guess. Or maybe they thought maybe they saw the way I drink and they're like, we're going to bring extra straws. Because Tiki King got it. Oh, one goes in the ice water. Not now. My phone is bothering me. Just told me that my storage was full and that I need to buy phone storage. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to drink my zombie. I'm going to eat my onion rings. And I'm going to say, hey, Boozeketeers, go to my websites. Go do stuff and things. Are those straws legal? No, they're not, Danny. These straws have been deemed a hazardous weapon by the USDA. By the U.S. Department, no, the USDF. Which one is who handles straws? Who's the one who decides when a straw is good or bad? You know? the ministry of straws. But anyway, so I've been Tiki King, and you've been bored, and we're coming to you live from Red Robin's in Utah, where you can come and get drinks, and after a few of them, quality becomes a thing of the past. I don't know if I'm going to suggest that to them as the new motto. Quality, a thing of the past. I don't think so. I don't think that's right. Anyway, so so go to the websites, tikiking.info, tikiking.com, and look at the stuff and do the things. Oh, I didn't even get to that, did I? See, I digressed. These drinks are good for digressing, I have to say. You drink 3 of these, you'll digress all night long. Right on out. That's all right. So the password, so it's like, where to go? No one knows. Oh wait, it's back. So if you see me, if you're a Boozeketeer, and I know you are, and you don't have a button, and I know you don't, you need one. Because it'll grant you access. Here's the thing: I probably could have come in with a Boozeketeer button, and I wouldn't even. I could have just given him like, and he would have said, and we'd have been back here with drinks already set up. It'll get you. No, it won't get you anything. But you can wear it and point at it with a confident grin, and that's important because grinning confidently will open more doors than pushing if they're locked. So, if you see me out in the wild, yeah, he's grooving. All right. So if you see me out in the wild and you want a Boozeketeer's button, all you need is confidence and a password. And the password for this week is bunion ring. Because I don't know, but why not? So, I look forward to meeting you folks out in the wild and sharing adventures and telling stories and telling lies and drinking drinks both good and bad and just grooving it up. But until that time, you're either going to have to wait till Tuesday or accost me in the wild. And either way, I'll wear this silly grin. But I guess that's it for tonight, Boozeketeers. I think. I don't know. It's only been 10 minutes. No. There, I think that's where we've been. So there we go. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a good night. Do things, do stuff, write it down, tell stories, send them to me. I'll talk about them. Invite me to your place. We'll do the show. And until then, enjoy.